week. So.
They play the Giants Sunday night.
Right.
That could get ugly.
Yeah, I'll probably sleep through that one, but then they've got Detroit, I believe, the week after. So, hey, can we move to baseball for? You're also, if I'm not mistaken, you go Jets, Mets, right?
I go Jets, Mets, Rangers, St. John. That's who I go.
Wow. So the Mets are, new manager. They say by winter meetings. Who is Joe Torre in the picture at all?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Why do you want to bring me down, man? Why do you want to talk next when my Jets are going for the season?
I had to get as far away from the Cowboys as possible.
No, I don't think Joe Torre will be in the picture. No.
No?
I mean, I don't think so. No. I'm just going to take a stab at this and say I'd like to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Joe Torre as a Met fan, but no, I don't think it's going to be him. I think it could be Clint Hurdle.
Huh.
I think it could be Wally Backman. I think there's an outside chance, maybe. I don't know what the relationships are. Bobby Valentine back again.
Wow.
Got to be somebody who's going to get some attention, because, part of being a Mets, part of being the redheaded stepchild is you got to fight for attention, not only for wins.
Right.
And they stink. Yeah, we stink.
I'll tell you, we'll go back to football then, because I want to ask you about this topic. I know we definitely hope it doesn't happen, but we hear these rumors. We're nervous out here, even in Israel. We love watching American football. What are the chances that a lockout will really happen this year? Is this just talk from the owners, or is this a realistic possibility here?
Yeah, I think it's realistic. I do. I think it'd be obviously insane.
Yeah.
But, no, I think it's realistic. I will say this. I'm one of the few guys, and I don't get caught up in all this labor stuff, If you want to look, I love the Jets more than I love college football, but I love college football more than I love the NFL. Does that make sense to you?
I think I hear that.
Yeah.
For the love of the game.
Right.
So if they put college football on Sundays, if these guys want to walk away, if you want to, spit all over the golden goose, go for it. I mean, you're the fool. I'm not going to sit here and fetch about it and get all upset about it. Whatever. Whatever. If you feel like, look, nobody wants to hear millionaires fighting with billionaires. Okay.
Right.
Economy's not. Nobody wants to listen to this stuff, and I frankly don't want to. I frankly don't want to get caught up in all their issues. There's some that I'm more of a player's guy than an owner's guy usually, but I'm not. This one I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about this one. I think the owners have a pretty good case here. So, but no, do I? It's so hard. If I say no, I don't think they will. And then how many times I said, no, I don't think baseball will do it because, they'd be insane, and they did it, and I'm insane. So, I don't know. You know what? I don't know, and frankly, I don't really care that much. I care because I'll miss the game. I'll care because I'll miss the game, but, life will go on.
Sure, absolutely. Well, the advantage is, if, or let's say when, the Jets win the Super Bowl, there's a lockout for a year, then you're the champion for like an extra year. I mean, that's the advantage.
Yeah, you're a brilliant man right there. I just want to say, let me just pile on to a little, or add on to what you just said. Hypothetically, if the Jets win the Super Bowl and then they shut it down and they never come back, we are the Super Bowl champion of champions.
Forever. Forever.
Right, from 1960.
Dwayne Thomas, you can appreciate this as a Cowboy, but Dwayne Thomas of the Dallas Cowboys, one time when the Cowboys made the Super Bowl, he was asked, about the specialness of playing in this game and blah 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 and those types of questions, and he said, if this is the ultimate game, then why did they come back and play it again next year? And so my thought is if the Jets win and we win the Super Bowl and they shut down the NFL forever, it really was the ultimate game. And
wow.
the team has stunk as long as my team has.
Right, well,
I think that would be the ultimate game. It's kind of cool.
What's 41 years? As long as you're in Phoenix, I have to ask you because Ari here is of course the Phoenix homer and the Suns homer.
Yeah, I know what's coming out.
And Steve Nash says this team doesn't have a chance. That's got to be reassuring to the fans.
Well, they don't have a chance. They really don't have a chance. So, I understand, but it's kind of honest because they don't have a chance. And the Suns are a nice team. They're good guys, so it appears. But they're small and they're thin. And if there's two things you don't want to be in the NBA, okay, you don't want to be small and you don't want to be thin. You can be fat, and that's okay, but you can't be thin in the NBA. You get shoved around. Right. You can be doughy, you know what I'm saying? You can look like you haven't passed many McDonald's without stopping in. But you can't be thin, and then you can't be short. You just can't. So they're the two things you just can't be. And Steve Nash is right. They don't have a chance. Zero. Sorry, brother. I know if you're a Suns guy, but they'll put up 110 and win their 42, 45 game, whatever it is, and they may make the playoffs. And if they do, they'll be first round meet for the Lakers. So they have no chance.
All right, how about the Coyotes? Something here?
I love the Coyotes.
All right.
My favorite Phoenix team, and I love NHL hockey. So you're talking my language. Have a chance to do what? Win the Stanley Cup? No, they're not going to win the Stanley Cup this year. No.
How about get out of the first round of the playoffs?
Well, listen, that would almost be like winning the Stanley Cup.
It really would. Right? They've never done it in Phoenix. I mean, I think it's been 88.
I don't think they only did it one time in Winnipeg before they moved to Phoenix.
Right.
So I don't think I could be wrong on this. I could be wrong, but I don't think this franchise has gotten out of the first round since they were in the WHA back in the 70s. I could be wrong on that, okay? So don't hold me to that like it's gospel. Do I think they have a chance to get out of the first round? Yeah, I think they got a chance to get out of the first round, yes. Very much so. But, call me in March. The season is forever, and so many things can change. I'd love to see him get out of the first round. I was there last year, that last game, and, man, it was depressing. It was great. There's nothing like you guys know what the whiteout is?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Everyone dresses in white shirts. And
it's phenomenal. It's great to be caught up in it. It really is a phenomenal experience. So, I'd love to see that for an extra round sometime, That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get at least 4 more games with that.
All right, now there's a question I'm dying to ask you. The Hall of Fame balloting, George Steinbrenner and Billy Martin on the same ballot. Any irony there?
You know what? I have to tell you, that's great because I have not gotten to this, but I will. I plan on getting to this because I got to tell you, Steinbrenner absolutely goes in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely goes in the Hall of Fame. Billy Martin, he belongs in the Hall of Shame. He doesn't belong in any fames that I know of.
Wow.
Okay, he was an embarrassment. And listen, I can't stand the Yankees, so I say this as a Yankee hater, not as a Yankee lover. Billy Martin doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, not at all. There is an irony about them. Absolutely, there's an irony, by the way, about them being on the ballot at the same time. George Steinbrenner. Now, Andy, you don't like George Steinbrenner, right?
Remembered.
Oh, wow. I was wondering if you remembered that.
We didn't have a meeting about this.
No, I absolutely do. Listen, you're not a Steinbrenner guy, if I remember.
Yeah, I could rethink the posting 4 hours later, but, look, I still stand behind it. I do not think driving salaries, and right now, especially, we've got 4 interns that are all from New York, and the day free agency started, they were like, oh, Cliff Lee must be a Yankee by now. And that, to me, was a terrible precedent, so, I'm not a fan, to say the least.
Steve, I understand that outlook. I have a different outlook. I have a totally different take and outlook on this. I hate the Yankees, okay? next to the Miami Dolphins, who, the Miami Dolphins are, what you step in, I can't stand the Miami Dolphins. Next to them, the Yankees are my second least favorite team. But I love when the Yankees spend a ton of dough and lose. See, to me, it's more. First off, as a capitalist, okay,
right. No,
I don't mind teams that spend money, but better to spend it on the product. When you think about it, than sticking it on the mattress and saving it for a rainy day. So I can't criticize the Yankees for doing that.
Right, like the Pirates and the
Royals. The Royals, and some of these others. So I love when the Yankees spend money, and the more they spend, I hope the more they lose. It's beautiful. So I have a different view on it.
All right.
And I got to tell you, Cliff Lee is 33 years old.
Right, it's true.